Another day, another bombshell out of Buckingham Palace, and this time, it's one that could change the course of history. A dark cloud looms over the royal family, casting long shadows over what was once a seemingly unshakable institution. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the biggest royal news, intriguing behind-the-scenes stories, and everything you need to know about the monarchy's twists and turns. Today, we have breaking news that will leave you at the edge of your seat. For those who thought the British royal family's drama was relegated to scandals and tabloid headlines, this latest revelation is a stark reminder of just how unpredictable the world of monarchy can be. King Charles III, after 7 decades of waiting, preparing, and overcoming public scrutiny, now faces his toughest battle yet, his own health. The king has been diagnosed with cancer, and the news has sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace, the streets of London, and even across the globe. This diagnosis isn't just about the health of one man, it's about the future of an entire institution. How will the royal family cope with this potentially devastating blow? And, more importantly, what does this mean for the monarchy in the years to come? Let's unravel the mystery surrounding this royal crisis that has captivated the attention of millions. A king's struggle. King Charles faces the ultimate test. In an unexpected turn of events, King Charles III, who ascended to the throne after the passing of his beloved mother, Queen Elizabeth II, now faces an uncertain future. The king's health battle began with a shocking diagnosis earlier this year: cancer. Though Buckingham Palace has been tight-lipped about the specifics of his condition, the mere knowledge that the monarch is facing such a grave illness has rocked the royal family to its core. This is a king who has spent decades waiting for his moment to reign. He has waited with patience, always in the shadow of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, knowing that his time to wear the crown would eventually come. But now, at the peak of his reign, with his legacy taking shape, the unthinkable has happened. The king is facing his own mortality. The burden of leading a nation and upholding centuries of tradition is heavy for any monarch, but to do so while fighting for one's own life is a struggle of an entirely different magnitude. The public's reaction to this news has been a mixture of shock, sympathy, and confusion. The questions that arise are profound. Will the king recover? How will this affect his ability to rule? And most importantly, can the monarchy survive this health crisis? Or will it enter a period of vulnerability that could forever alter the royal family's place in history? But that's not the end of the drama. This story is far from over. The timing of this news could not have been more dramatic. Just days before the announcement of King Charles's diagnosis, the royal family was preparing for a significant diplomatic visit: Charles and Camilla's planned trip to the Vatican to meet with Pope Francis. The visit was to be a moment of unity and diplomacy, a chance to strengthen ties between the monarchy and the Vatican. But just as quickly as it was planned, it was cancelled. The official reason was the Pope's recent health struggles, but was it mere coincidence that both Charles and the Pope are facing critical health battles at the same time? Or is there something deeper at play here? A chain reaction. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? King Charles's health crisis raises several critical questions that could reshape the British monarchy forever. It's a turning point in the monarchy's history, and how the royal family navigates this crisis will determine their legacy for generations to come. The weight of this situation is undeniable. What will happen to the crown if the king is no longer able to fulfill his duties? How will the monarchy adapt to the inevitable changes ahead? Let's explore the 3 potential scenarios that have emerged from this royal crisis. King Charles overcomes the illness and continues to rule. This is, of course, the ideal scenario. The king's recovery would provide much-needed stability to the monarchy, allowing him to continue his reign and fulfill his duties to the nation. But in this scenario, there are still questions that remain unanswered. Cancer is a brutal disease, and even if Charles does recover, the physical toll of treatment may have long-lasting effects. Could the king continue to lead with the same vigor as before, or would his health forever limit his ability to rule? The demands of the throne may prove too great, and if the monarch becomes too ill to govern effectively, the royal family might have to consider the unthinkable. King Charles abdicates, passing the crown to Prince William. This is the second scenario, and perhaps the most shocking one. If King Charles's health deteriorates beyond repair, he could make the decision to abdicate in favor of his eldest son, Prince William. Such a move would send shockwaves through the royal family and the nation. While it might seem like the best option to ensure continuity, it raises complex questions about the monarchy's future. Would an abdication be seen as a failure, a tragic end to a reign that was meant to last? Would Prince William be ready to assume the throne at such a young age? There are still so many uncertainties surrounding his readiness for such a monumental task. A gradual transition of power to Prince William, the third scenario, seems the most likely at this point. Rather than a sudden abdication, the monarchy might see a gradual shift in power. King Charles could slowly step back, delegating more of his responsibilities to Prince William, who would begin to take on a larger role in the royal family. This would allow for a smoother transition, giving Prince William the chance to step up at his own pace while still honoring the legacy of his father. However, this would also come with its own challenges. How would the public react to a monarch who is effectively no longer in full control? Would Prince William be able to navigate the delicate balance of tradition while asserting his own authority? Each of these scenarios carries profound implications for the monarchy, and each one presents its own set of challenges and opportunities. But no matter which path the royal family chooses, one thing is certain: the monarchy is at a crossroads. The emotional toll. How will the royal family cope with this crisis? As we examine the potential outcomes, we cannot overlook the emotional toll this situation is having on the royal family. King Charles's personal health struggle is, undoubtedly, a heavy burden to bear. But for Queen Camilla, the task is equally difficult. As the king's wife, she is his primary support, and she will undoubtedly play a central role in his recovery. However, the weight of this situation will undoubtedly take a toll on her as well. Will she be able to handle the pressures of supporting her husband while also navigating the demands of royal duties? The public is already speculating about her role in the future of the monarchy. Will she continue to stand by her husband's side, or will she be forced into a more prominent role herself? Meanwhile, behind closed doors at Buckingham Palace, the royal family is likely having some very difficult conversations. What does the future hold for them? What will the next generation of royals look like, and how will they navigate the challenges ahead? There are already whispers about Prince William's role as the future king, and how his leadership style will differ from that of his father. Prince William's destiny, a new era for the monarchy. All eyes are now on Prince William. As the future King of England, his role has never been more critical. The pressure is mounting as he prepares to take on more responsibility, but what will his reign look like? Will he usher in a new era for the monarchy, one that is more modern and accessible to the public? Or will the weight of tradition drag him back into the same royal constraints that have defined his predecessors? As speculation continues to swirl, it's clear that Prince William's future is inextricably tied to the future of the British monarchy itself. His decisions will determine not only his legacy, but also the legacy of the entire royal family. Will he be able to rise to the occasion and lead the monarchy into a new era, or will the challenges prove too great? The drama continues, the fate of the British monarchy in the balance. This is a moment of unprecedented drama for the British royal family. The fate of the monarchy is no longer certain, and the path ahead is filled with uncertainty and intrigue. King Charles's health crisis has set the stage for a monumental change, but what will that change look like? Will the monarchy survive, or will this be the beginning of its decline? The world is watching closely, and as we wait for more developments, the only thing that is certain is that the royal family's story is far from over. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of an unfolding royal drama that will keep us on the edge of our seats for years to come.